Welcome back to another episode of PBJ. My name is Jasmine, and if you're new here, this is my plant journey. I'm going from a plant mom to a plant collector. Let's get into the video. Intro. So I went back and forth, I'm going to be completely honest, with doing a plant chores or a plant vlog, and I have decided that I'm going to do a plant vlog with you guys today, because there are some little tasks that I need to do, and then there are some larger tasks that I want to save for the plant chores video that are kind of cool. But this vlog is going to be interesting because there's some large projects that have to happen. I'm just rambling at this point. Also, I'm just going to let y'all know, my Parmesan chair holds not only my big fuzzy unicorn thing, but my blanket and my pillows. So I just want it out there. That is never going to be organized. Well, where's it at? Right there. That Parmesan chair, it's always going to be disorganized. So don't even talk about it. You know what I mean? We all have a junk drawer, and that is my junk Parmesan chair. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's go. First order of business is getting my Monsteras into my bathroom, because I'm just going to give them a big, huge leaf clean and cleanse and watering. So luckily I bought probably a few months ago these wheelie crate things. So it makes my life so much easier. It's so dark, you can't see anything but wheelie things. It's kind of nice. The fun part is going to be getting it through the door without damaging the leaves too much. And now into the bathroom. My bathroom's kind of small for this, but it's fine. The wheels make it so much easier. Once upon a time ago, I could fit all three of my Monsteras. That is not the case anymore at all. So luckily I have this really awesome shower head that allows me to, what am I trying to say? My shower head has a filter in it because I have curls. I want to make sure that they're healthy and good, with limited hard water, which is hilarious because I'm always like, I use tap water and my tap water is not that bad, and I use it to water my plants. Apparently I care more about my hair than my plants. Ooh, I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but it makes it really easy. It's detachable, it's filtered, and it also can change different settings, so I can use it as a mister. So what I'm gonna do is mist these babies the best that I can. Yes. I will also link this in the description because it's so helpful. It was not easy to install. I had to get a friend to do it because both me and my boyfriend were like, we're also not plumbers. So I don't know if you need to be a plumber for a shower head installation, but it seemed complicated enough that you might need to be a plumber. I don't know. Anyway, they're just so big now. So this is all I'm gonna be doing. Just a good miss. Definitely gonna have to clean my floor after this, but that's okay. I'm gonna put some towels down. It's been a little while since I've done this, so it's like, I forgot how big they were. The last time I did this, they were not reaching out of my bathtub, and that was like probably 6 months ago. So I'm just gonna let them hang out here for a few hours probably to let them dry off and then move them back. But I think I'm going to switch them. So the one that was in my bedroom will go in my living room. And the one in the living room will go to my bedroom. So that was a really big task. And I'm kind of tired now. But the good news is that this Monstera, which was in my living room, has a brand new leaf coming out, which is super exciting. No, this one was in my bedroom. So this one that was in my bedroom, look how big. What? Wow. I'm going to put in my living room. It has a new leaf. So exciting. And then that guy will go in my bedroom. Let's go to the next thing. So we're outside, kind of windy today, so hopefully you can hear me all right, which I think that you can. I just have a few other random things that need to happen, that have to happen right now. So first is my Florida Ghost, which someone online said that this is actually a Florida Queen, or maybe a Florida Beauty, but when I bought it at the nursery, actually it was at the Plant Fest back in May, it was labeled as a Florida Ghost, but it's just really young. So I'm going with the fact that it's a Florida Ghost because that's really windy right now. Hopefully it's old. That's what the company says it was. Anyway, moving on. I have another, I don't know why. I think that I just need more humidity in my greenhouse, but I have another leaf that's stuck in the sheath. So I have my spray bottle, so I'm just gonna spray it really well, and then I'm just gonna massage it. I did this a little bit last night too, just hoping to encourage it because it has like a lot going on. Two in here. I don't know if that's healthy. It's finally out. Look, it's super cute. I don't know if you can see it, but it's adorable, and I just feel like it has another leaf about to come out right here, if you can see that. So I wanted to help the dude out because it was also like poking out the end of the sheath, and then the end of the leaf was starting to get not necessarily brown, but working its way there. So super glad I could do that. So again, if you ever see a leaf that's stuck in the sheath and is having a hard time getting out, you can mist it, water it, get your fingers wet, whatever, and then just massage it really easily. I don't force it out. I'm very careful about pulling it out and try to let it do its own thing. But it's been super successful. I had to do that with this leaf, and you can see it's pretty big, which is nice. So it's okay. It's doing fine. And then the other task at hand is this Syngonium. I have no idea which Syngonium it is. You can let me know below. It's my first Syngonium, but it is, the roots are actually just like coming out of this little nursery pot. So, and this one's, the tip of it's dying. It has a lot of growth too. So I'm gonna move it into a bigger pot and hope for the best. So that's next on the docket. Next size up, I think this is 3 inches, but I don't really know, to be completely honest. I'm just going to the next one up, and I think it's gonna do better. So a few weeks ago, I had some extra mixture of rosy soil, Grow Queen, and some perlite. So I'm just gonna use that today to fill in around this guy and hope that I have enough because definitely have some repots coming up, so it's definitely time to re-up. But I might just like use the soil because it's healthy. I will go get some Grow Queen. You know what? My Grow Queen's right here. I'll just go ahead and mix in some Grow Queen. I think I have 5 packages open at this point, but this is the Grow Queen single serving, one size fits all. It's just their organic plant food. That's what I'm using today. So I'll just mix it in here so we can make sure that its new soil is fertilized and ready to go. All right, so let's see how this baby's doing. I think I watered it yesterday, so it's kind of moist. Look at all them roots. Wow. I think I potted this just a few months ago too. It's not been that long, but it's had a lot of growth, and I don't want to lose the plant. This one definitely died. I'm just going to bury it in there and fill it up. I think it's gonna do better in here too. So this plant's just been hanging out in my greenhouse, the Syngonium. It's been super happy, obviously. I think I'm coming to the ends of my rosy soil mixture here. I am. Definitely time to go get more soil. It's gonna be a little, maybe it's okay actually. I was worried it would be a little wobbly, but seems to be fine. So I've been buying rosy soil and Grow Queen, which is really nice because it's got it's almost like a pre-mixture, so I don't have to make my own, but it's getting expensive. So I'm considering just going to Lowe's and purchasing a big thing of just garden soil that is actually good on Miracle Grow. I know that there's this organic brand that I used a while back. It was big. It was like a 20-pound bag of soil. I was thinking maybe I could purchase that and then mix in whatever I need. I think it would be a little cheaper because I think I can get that 20-pound bag for probably $15, and I've been paying $15 for 4 quarts. Because I like to do that because it's like supports companies and plant people. But also, I'm a plant person and I'm on a budget. I don't always have $45 to spend on soil, especially if I need a lot of it. So a little bit of plant community guilt there. I think that's a real thing. But I think that you have to do what you have to do, right? Can't break my wallet. You know what I mean? Spending money on, although it's high quality, but I can't always do that. Does anyone else feel that way? Just a little bit of plant community guilt, but also you do what you have to do. Can you let me know down below that I'm not alone? Anyway, that was a long rant, but here's the syngonium. It's really doing cute. It's doing its thing. I'm super happy. So I'm gonna give this a good water. I think this guy is fine. The moss is still damp, so I'll probably need to water it here in a couple of days, but it seems to be doing all right. I'm still trying to determine when I should, let's just see, when I should repot. It's got a lot going on. There's a lot of really good roots. I don't know if you can see some really good roots here, but I think I'm gonna let the roots wrap a little bit more before I repot because it's still pretty small and I don't want to shock it too much, even though I just pulled it out of its container. This is a bunch of water. It's a little bit dirty. It has some soil in it, but it's okay. My cacti need watered, and I know that the best route to water them, at least I think, is drowning them. So we're gonna try that today. So here's this cactus. I think originally I said it was a barrel cactus. Well, we're going to drown it today. Let's do it. Here goes. I'm gonna do it until it stops bubbling. The bubbles are slowing. It feels evil. It's still bubbling. So now I'm just gonna take my fairy castle cactus. There's a better name for it. I don't know what it is. Can't quite remember it. But let's make it bubble. Oh God, my bowl's not quite big enough. And there's not quite enough water, but that's okay. It's bubbling a little bit. I've only watered this once and it's been in my collection for like a month now. So I think we're doing okay. I'm just gonna put it in here some more. So I wanna make sure, because when I squeeze it, it still feels like really dry. So I wanna make sure it can soak in as much water as possible, despite not having quite enough water in here. It's kind of bubbling, just really hard. I don't know how to tell if this thing is happy. To be honest, I also don't know how to tell when it's thirsty. I just go by what I'm seeing. It has a lot of new growth, so leads me to think that it's happy. Could be wrong. And then this other cactus that always pokes me, we're gonna make it bubble, and it's bubbling a lot. If you are a cactus person and you have a better way to water your cacti, will you please let me know, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going off vibes at this point, and that's just where we're at. Straight vibes. Still bubbling. It stopped bubbling for a second. It's coming out. It's gonna be fine. Look at that. I got it at the good old Sage Spade. And let me tell you, Melanie, your stickers hold up to the drowning. It's a good job. All right, so cacti are watered. They've been just hanging out outside and have been perfectly fine. I've been watching the weather though to make sure it doesn't drop. It's below 55 degrees at night. We've been getting close. We've had a couple of nights that have been 56 degrees, so I'm just watching it. I know that there's a night next week that's supposed to get down to 55, but the weather's been pretty volatile recently here in Colorado. Yesterday, it was cool in the morning. It was raining. It got hot, and then it thunderstormed. So it was just a lot of stuff going on. And then today it's just been sunny and hot for the most part. So I think that the weather's starting to get ready to change, if that makes sense. So I'll just be watching these guys to make sure the weather doesn't get too cold for them. So now I'm going to put these away. Oh no, a little spike broke. It'll be all right. So I'll put these away, and then I will take you guys to the greenhouse to see where I'm putting back the syngonium and the Florida Ghost, and then show you a couple of things that I'm super excited about. So we're back over to the greenhouse, and I will say the mosquito beds did help a lot with the gnats. That is just a piece of foil, but a lot less going on in here. When I open it up, I don't feel like I'm being hit in the face by hundreds of gnats. But so this is one of the pothos that I repotted a while back. There's lots of new growth and really big leaves that I'm excited about. And then a couple of the ones that I had potted a few all by themselves. And then a few weeks ago, I said, I think that if I pot some of the singles together, they will do better. And that has proven true. they're doing so much better in one single pot. There's new growth and they just seem more alive and not like these guys, which are doing okay. So I've been thinking about repotting this one and the other together to see if they do a little bit better, because that experiment worked, which is super cool and I'm super excited about. And this is another one that's doing really well that I'm happy to see. It's a little bit loose right there, but it's still doing pretty decent. This one is not doing super hot. I think I've just skipped watering it a couple of times, which is what it is. And then if you guys watched, I recently had posted about my alocasia, especially if you're on my TikTok. I posted about my alocasia and how it was in inflorescence and it was ready to reproduce, which can take a lot of energy away from leaf growth, which is what I want. I'm not interested in breeding right now. So when I did that, it was right here in the middle, and look, there's a brand new leaf starting to pop out where that was. So I'm very excited to see that. It makes me know that my plants are healthy and happy and that I'm doing something right. Another thing that I'm encouraged by is my alocasia black velvet popped out this really big, beautiful leaf. I love her so much. She's so pretty. She does have a little damage because honey fell on her a while back, but she could definitely use some water, so I'll probably do that here in a minute. And then my Philodendron gloriosum, finally, its leaf finally came out. It has some damage, but it seems to be pretty happy, so I'm excited for the growth there. And then my elephant ears is also doing super well. It has a new leaf. I finally put it underneath the grow light that I put up a couple weeks ago, and there's a root that's trying to pop out of the bottom. So I know that this one's doing well despite some of the leaves dying. But from what I hear, that can be pretty common with alocasias. They'll put out a new leaf and then a leaf will die. Let me know below if you haven't heard that, but that's been something that I'm familiar with. So I'm not concerned with the leaves dying off, especially since there's new growth. If you saw last week's video, then you know that I've got my polka dot begonia and then my rickrack cactus, which is sitting in this little frog pot that my dad got me, and I just think it's super cute. Right now they're just hanging out in a quarantining over here above my couch, but I'm excited to see how they go because I've been wanting a begonia for a while now. So my first begonia in the collection, which is super cool. So if you have any tips on how to care for a begonia, let a girl know below. Jeez. Anyway, so thank you for joining me for an August vlog. I feel like it was super successful. The only things that I haven't done is take my, oh, Maisie. Okay, May. She's being crazy. The only thing that I haven't done in this video is take back my Monsteras to where I said they would go, and then take my other Monstera into my bathroom. But I think I'll do that off screen because it's just a lot of work and I would rather do it on my own. Anyway, me and Maisie are, all right, we are signing off. Thanks for joining me. Get out of the way. Oh my gosh. Thanks for joining me for another episode of PBJ. I will see you on the next one. Bye.